Hi everyone, my name is Nomkosi Tlolugama. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Notes from my pad. Today I thought let me just come back just to perhaps expand a little bit on the issue of mental issues, if I may say, my psychological state of being in the past few weeks. Yesterday I already mentioned what perhaps was like what I mentioned as part of the reason why I had the panic and why I kind of disappeared. So yeah, so the other part of it which I want to talk about today, okay, Banda guys, the other part of it is personal but social, and so I took some time, I thought about it, I wrote it down. Actually, this I did a few days ago and it wasn't even for the channel, but I thought anyway, this is not from my pad, it's something that I wrote in my pad. Might as well share it with you guys. It's not really a secret, but it's something quite personal. And the reason why I'm sharing it is because I don't know, maybe it can help one or two of you guys just in terms of how you do your life, that idea of having conversations with yourself, having meetings with yourself, that idea of of not being scared to try and confront whatever that is happening in your life, that which you might be aware of and that which you might not be so conscious of. So in this case, I think I was trying to revisit, I don't know, the unconscious. I don't know if this is even the unconscious, but yeah. So I started writing down things that I felt justified the way I was feeling, my psychological state of being. I kind of knew I was not okay. I don't think I was making it a big deal, but deep down I was worried about myself, which is why I had to introspect. And yeah, so I wrote just like a few items, a few reasons which were part of what was happening in my life, which I felt actually did cut deep down in my heart, or affecting my psychology as well. Yes, cut deep down in my heart and affected my psychology, and as a result, my well-being. I have a friend of mine. Okay, so I have people's names in the pad, but I won't mention the people's names because I mean they're people that are very close to me, and yeah, they're not supposed to be part of the content. They're not part of the content. I'm just talking about myself here. A friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, a good friend of mine. I love her so much. She she lost her brother. She lost her one and only brother. She lost a brother that she loved so much. Yeah. So this is very difficult for her. I feel like it's difficult for me to even talk about it, to think about it, but I can't imagine how difficult it is for her. But the reason why I'm mentioning it is because it has affected me and it is affecting me. Okay, so this is actually something that is difficult for me to talk about, and I'm not even like unpacking anything. I'm just mentioning it as a point which was affecting, which is affecting my state of being. Okay, this friend of mine was very close to a brother, and I felt like as much as my friend is part of my family, her brother was part of my family because he meant so much to her. And yeah, it's so difficult. It was so difficult. It is so difficult. It continues to be difficult for her. And yeah, I don't know. When you are going through a time whereby you don't know what you can do to make it better. And sometimes actually there's nothing that you can do to make it better. Yeah, so anyway, again, that's one of the things. And the other one is there's a lady who normally does our makeup. I'm saying our, I'm talking about me and my sisters, my family. This lady, she's very close to us. We've been with her for a long time. She does our makeup if we have those special occasions, and she's very close to our family. We've known her for years. She's really like a good family friend, more than just a makeup artist of the family. So this lady, she lost a mom about maybe 2 months ago. And shame, it was so painful because she had a very close relationship with her mom. I had never met the mom, but my sisters had met the mom. They knew the mom and stuff. So, yeah, I felt so sorry for her. And then, like 2 weeks ago, the lady lost her son, her only son. Again, I had not met the son because, I mean, obviously, yeah, I had not met the son. But though I had not met the son, because we have a close relationship with this lady. I'm thinking about her. I'm thinking about her the whole time. What she's going through and how she's managing. Because, all I can do is to phone call and check on her. And you know how difficult it is to pick up that phone and call that person that you are close with, call that person who has just lost a loved one. It's very difficult. It's very difficult because you run out of words. And yeah. So, yeah. I don't want to dwell on this because, I don't want to go into the moment. And then I have a very good friend. This guy, he's a big friend of mine. He's probably the longest. Our friendship has been the longest ever. I don't think I have a friend whom I've been close with for. I was in high school. Somebody that I'm still close with now. I was in high school when we met. So this guy, actually, the last time I had a chat with him was during election time. We're busy discussing politics. And then so we're not chatting over a few weeks. So a few days ago, I get a WhatsApp from his sister, and the WhatsApp says, "Hi, Nomkosi." And then I don't respond because, I don't know the number. And if somebody says, "Hi, Nomkosi," it's like, I wait until you tell me your story. Introduce yourself, and if you don't, then that's it. I don't say anything. And then she says, "This is so and so sister." And then my heart starts beating. I'm like, oh my God, why are you contacting me? What has happened? And then I find out that my friend is actually hospitalized. He's fighting for his life in the hospital. And yeah, he has had some attacks, just to be discreet about it. Oh my God. So this friend of mine, like, we go a long way back. And we are quite close, like I tell you, like siyazwana. And the next thing, he's fighting for his life, and I don't even know, and I'm not even close by. Oh my God. Okay, so again, I'm not dwelling on that. I'm just sharing what I wrote down here as part of the things that I felt were really internally dealing with me as I try to deal with life, as I try to focus on work, on family, on everything else. There were these things which were happening, which we normally don't sit down and think about them. We don't normally sit down and address them and feel them and like write them down. But okay, obviously, I do this every once in a while when I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed, and I'm trying to find out what is wrong with me so that maybe I can deal with what is happening. But unfortunately, as you can hear, some of these things that I'm mentioning, they're kind of beyond me. And then the other point that I wrote down, I'll just read this one as it is. A young woman overdosed from Inanda. So I don't know this girl. She's a young girl. She's from the same area that I come from, which is Inanda. And she overdosed. I think the notice, I think it was on social media or something. And she died, yeah. So when you hear stories like that, and when you see stories like that, and you're a woman yourself, and maybe you have kids, or you have sisters, you have brothers, or you are worried about the young people in your community, and you hear such stories, they cut deep. They cut deep because now you begin to think about the family, you begin to think about the plans in the dreams that the parents had of this child who this one time kind of went to a party, or maybe not one time, but like, and then the next thing she's gone. I don't know the lady, and I only found out from my sisters that actually uh, I do know somebody who's actually related to her. But like, yeah, and I mean, such stories, they mess with me. Sometimes this is why I stay away from social media. But this one, I didn't have to be in social media to know this one because it happened in my area. Um, so yeah. And then in church there was a WhatsApp message where they were making an announcement about a lady who has passed on. This lady, she had kids. This lady was a wife. She was married. And I don't know what happened to her, but what I know is that she passed on. And oh my God, you can't stop but wonder. You can't stop but think about your own family, about your own relationships, about your own commitments to your husband, to your kids, to your mother, to your sisters, and to your nieces and nephews. Gosh, life can't just be cut short like that. So I think among everything else that is happening, there'll always be these kind of things which will affect you. I'm not even going to say until you sit down and confront them, because even in confronting them, in my case, I wrote them down. You know, you'll pray for strength, but you understand that there are people who need more strength than you, which are some of the people that I've mentioned, that I've listed down here. I'm just a friend to them, but Bona, they're going through the worst. And I feel like there's not enough that I can do to be there for them, to make it better, other than prayer. Yeah. So I'll just stop there. But yeah, mental health. So it all goes into your mind and it deals with you. Yeah, yeah, I'll stop there.